So for week 10, those are me and Madden's records, and our current records are right here on the screen. I'm ahead by Madden by about 14 games. And starting off week 11, the Ravens beat the Bengals 34-20. And I actually predicted the Ravens would win. The Madden predicted the Bengals would win. And unfortunately, Joe Burrow suffered a season-ending injury in that game along with Mark Andrews, so tough breaks for both those teams. Anyways, Steelers-Browns is the first game we're going to be going over, and Madden's going to do its simulation thing. And this game's going to have, I think, Kenny Pickett. I'm not sure if they're starting him. And Deshaun Watson also has a season-ending injury, so the Browns will be starting Dorian Thompson-Robinson. They've just been getting hammered with injuries, with Nick Chubb and Deshaun Watson having season-ending injuries. And Madden seems to think the Steelers are going to come away with this one 13-10. And I actually think the Browns are going to win. I think the Browns are going to win 26-10 and shock the Steelers in the NFL world. Alright, our next game's going to be between the Raiders and Dolphins, and this should be a really interesting game. The Raiders have actually been playing pretty well over these past couple of weeks, and the Dolphins have yet to beat a team with a winning record. The Raiders are 5-5, so I guess that's technically not a winning record, but it would definitely prove to some people that they can beat some quality opponents. Anyways, 28-7, as it looks like Madden thinks the Dolphins are going to destroy the Raiders in this game, as the final score is 38-7. And I do agree the Dolphins are going to win, but I also think it's going to be a little closer than this. I think the Dolphins are going to win with a score of 33-25, and we'll see how that goes in real life. Anyway, our next game is going to be between the Bears and the Lions are going to win this game. I don't think anyone would disagree with me saying that, but we got to include it, as we're going to see if Madden is going to make some bold prediction that the Bears are going to win this, which, I mean, I don't think any sane NFL fan would say that. Right now, the Lions are up by 3, and they score a touchdown to basically put it out of reach, as the Bears cannot score after that, as the Lions take this one 21-11, and I agree that the Lions are going to win, but I think they're going to win by a significantly larger margin. I think they're going to win 35-3. I don't think the Bears are going to make this any close. Alright, our next game is going to be another divisional game, as that last one was an NFC North clash. This is an AFC South clash between the Titans and the Jags. Titans started Will Levis, and they've been starting him for a couple of weeks. They've had mixed results from him, and the Jags got absolutely destroyed last week by the 49ers, and the Titans also lost to the Bucs last week. So both these teams definitely hungry for a win after losing last week. And we'll see who's more hungry, as it looks like Madden has the Titans taking this one away from the Jags. Bit of an upset there, as the Titans are definitely the underdog in this one, 24-21. And I don't think that's going to happen. I have the Jags winning this 27-21. I just think they're a better overall team, and I don't think they're going to lose 2 in a row. Anyway, our next game is going to be between the Chargers and the Packers. Chargers lost to the Lions in a shootout last week, and the Packers, they lost to the Steelers last week by 4. So both these teams with close losses, and they both obviously want to get back on track and win a game. As right now, Madden has the Packers up by 14. And it looks like they're going to win by 14, as the final score in this one is Packers 31, Chargers 17. And it's a little bold. I don't think that's going to happen. I have the Chargers winning this one 28-17, just because they've got way more talent on their roster. And I think that's going to really going to show in this game. Anyway, our next game is going to be between the Cardinals and Texans, and I have a feeling this is going to be a good game. I think a lot of people are going to write this off as a Texans victory, but I think it's going to be close, because you have Kyler Murray versus CJ Stroud. Both were drafted number 1 and number 2 overall. Kyler was obviously a couple of years back, and CJ Stroud was this draft, and he's been putting on a show his whole career so far. Kyler Murray looked really good last week against the Falcons. And yeah, Madden seems to think this can be a good game too, as they have the Texans winning with a score of 27-24. And I do agree the Texans are going to win. I think it's going to be a little bit high scoring. I think it's going to be 31-28. But yeah, this game I think will be close. All right, our next game is going to be between the Cowboys and Panthers. And speaking of the exact opposite of what I just said, this game is not going to be close. Cowboys are going to destroy the Panthers. As we'll see what Madden thinks is going to happen in this game, as the Cowboys are already up 10-3. And we'll see if they can build on that. As right now it's still 10-3, as the Cowboys seem to really be playing down the competition in this game. 17-3, 24-3. There we go. That's about what I expected. And the final score in this one is Cowboys 27, Panthers 10. And I mean, yeah, that's about what any NFL fan would expect from this game. I mean, Cowboys have a lot of talent on their roster, and the Panthers don't. And their coach is Frank Reich. So yeah. And I think the Cowboys are going to win by a little more than that. 38-10 is mine. Anyway, our next game is our final 1 o'clock game. It's going to be between the Giants and Commanders. This will be an NFC East clash between the two bottom feeders of that division. I mean, the Commanders have been okay. I mean, they've been competitive, and Sam Howell's looked pretty good. But the Giants are the literal definition of a bottom feeder. They've looked fucking terrible the entire year, and I don't see it getting any better for them. As it looks like Madden has them winning this game so far, 14-3, and now it's 17-3. As Madden thinks the Giants will sweep the Commanders this year. As if you remember from earlier, they beat the Commanders a couple weeks ago. And no, I have the Commanders winning this one 24-7. Giants are terrible. I don't think they're going to win another game this season. Alright, our first 4 o'clock game is going to be between the Bucs and the 49ers. Both of these teams coming off of statement wins. Bucs able to beat the Titans pretty handily, and the 49ers able to destroy the Jags coming off their bye week. So this game's definitely going to be a good game, just because, both these teams are on fire right now, and one team's going to flame out and the other one's going to keep going. And it looks like Madden thinks that team is going to be the Bucs, as they have them winning this one 28-17. And I mean, I'm not saying that's impossible, but I don't think that's going to happen. I have the 49ers winning this one 20-10, and I think the score is going to be a little further away than the actual game. I think the game's going to be close, but the score isn't, if that makes any sense. Anyways, next game is going to be Jets and Bills. It'll be another AFC East clash. Last week, no one played last week in the AFC East, my bad. I don't know why I mentioned that. This is the second time the Bills and Jets are playing. That's what I meant to say. We'll just go with that. Anyways, the Bills are destroying the Jets right now. They got embarrassed by the Broncos. I mean, they didn't get embarrassed by them. They embarrassed themselves against the Broncos. That's kind of a better way to put it. And the Jets embarrassing themselves against the Raiders, as the Bills embarrassed the Jets once again for the second week, 31-3, getting back on track. And I also think the Bills are going to win, but I think it's going to be closer, 13-10. Alright, our final 4 o'clock game is going to be an NFC West matchup between the Seahawks and the Rams. And the Seahawks able to win a close game against the Commanders last week. Definitely closer than what you'd like if you're wanting your team to compete for Super Bowls and shit. Anyway, Rams, they just look lost. They were outmatched, and they just couldn't beat whoever they played last week. I can't remember. I'm trying to think. I cannot remember. I know they lost, but I mean, a lot of people are probably going to think the Rams are going to lose this week too, as Madden thinks the same thing. Seahawks win this one 25-17, and I actually think the Rams got this one. I think the Rams will win 30-20. Stafford's going to be back, and that's going to be a big boost for their offense. Alright, our 8 o'clock game, our Sunday night game, is going to be between the Vikings and Broncos. Both of these teams are on win streaks right now. Broncos 3 games, Vikings 5. And this should be an interesting game, as right now Madden has the Broncos up by 7. Now they're up by 4. As Broncos were 1-5, now they're 4-5. Vikings are 1-4, and now they're what are they? 5-4, 6-4. They're 6-4, and Madden has them moving to 7-4. And they beat the Broncos by just a little bit. The score was 19-17. And I agree the Vikings are going to win. I don't care if the Broncos won 3-0. They still suck. Vikings win this one 38-20. All right, our final game, the game that everyone has been waiting for this week, the Monday Night Football game, Super Bowl 56 rematch. That was 56, right? Yeah, I think so. I can't remember. There's so many. Or no, wait, Super Bowl 57 rematch. There's so many Super Bowls, I can't keep track. But yeah, both these teams coming off a bye week, and they're both well-rested, and they want to both, make a statement, and it looks like Madden thinks the Chiefs are going to be the team to make a statement, as right now they're up 31-3, and they win this one with a score of 31-10, and I agree the Chiefs are going to win. I don't think they're going to blow out the Eagles, but I do think they're going to win this one with a score of 20-17. I just think they've obviously got a better quarterback. Their defense has been playing phenomenal, and I just think they're going to do just enough to beat the Eagles in a very good game.